Hello. Today I'm going to read you a story from my new book called Powerful Princesses. The pictures inside are done by my friend Yvonne. Ping Yang, the warrior princess. In China, around 1,400 years ago, lived Ping Yang. She raised an army of thousands before she was 20 years old. Ping Yang puts on her armour, inspecting her sword before slipping it into her belt. She knows the best sword is not always the hardest sword. The finest swords are flexible to absorb the shock of each hit. In the same way, the best soldier is not necessarily the strongest. She breathes slowly in and out to keep calm, control her fear. Today her army will join up with her father's army to attack the walled city of Daxing. Together they will fight the emperor's army. Not long ago, I was a lady of the imperial court, remembers Ping Yang. Now I command my own troops, a fine army that has already won many tough battles. But Daxing is the heart of the empire. This battle will decide the war. Ping Yang mounts her horse. When she was a girl, her father taught her to ride and to hold a sword. But her journey to this moment began when Emperor Yangdi betrayed her father, causing him to rebel. To punish her father for his rebellion, the emperor imprisoned Ping Yang in Daxing. If it hadn't been for the help of her friend Ma Sanbo, she would still be in that dungeon. Ping Yang inspects her 10,000 best soldiers ready for battle. Ma Sanbo rides beside her. Ping Yang is pleased. Ma Sanbo, you know the secret to my army? The horses, he answers. She shakes her head. He tries again. The horse riders? It is nearly impossible to get good riders. No, Ma Sanbo. The secret of our army is that we pay our soldiers, Ping Yang explains. Every other army in the empire is made up of peasants who must fight for the noble who owns their land. Those poor peasants, forced to go to war with no payment, instead steal from the people they defeat. The peasant armies terrorise the countryside, but our soldiers don't steal. They get paid. That is why people love us. That is why they join our fight. But it has cost you all of your land, your houses, your jewels, interjects Ma Sanbo. What is all of that when we are fighting for an empire, laughs Ping Yang. She unfurls the banner of the army of the lady and charges down the front line of her soldiers, holding the fluttering flag high above her head. The red against the cold blue morning sky. Thousands of soldiers cheer. Just after sunrise, Ping Yang's father, General Yuan, leads his army of thousands to attack the main city gates. The plan is for Ping Yang's father to draw the emperor's soldiers out of the walled city to fight. Then Ping Yang's army will make a surprise strike. Together, General Yuan and his daughter will topple the emperor, take control of the city, and in doing so, the empire. Ping Yang's army of foot soldiers and mounted warriors march towards Daxing. When the massive wall of the city comes into view, Ping Yang cheers. Before them, her father's army battles the emperor's soldiers. Then her father's forces pretend to retreat, leading the emperor's army further from the walls of Daxing. Their trap works. Ping Yang orders her troops to attack close to the city walls, at the rear of the emperor's army. Her foot soldiers run, yelling into battle. Horses drum the earth. The emperor's army now fights desperately in two directions. And there is no escape. Ping Yang's army has cut off the possibility of the emperor's army retreating back into the city. The harsh noise of battle is crushing. The commotion, the cries, the clash of sword on sword. Ping Yang turns, spotting guards high up on the city walls. Her soldiers are out of range of their arrows. It is then that Ping Yang sees an opportunity to get into the city. In the chaos of battle, she will send soldiers over the city walls. Ping Yang notices that the ground near the city walls is uneven in colour. She is certain that the darker patches are channels of soft soil that have been dug to trip enemy horses. Such a fall would break the legs of the strongest horse. Ping Yang hurriedly strategizes with Marsambo. We could ride around the soft soil? No, it'll be too slow. We'll be easy targets for the arrows. We could send scouts to find the fastest way through the maze of hard and soft ground. But Ping Yang hates this idea too. Any soldier riding towards those walls alone will certainly be killed. Marsambo volunteers to make the ride. What? Snaps Ping Yang. No. Marsambo insists. I haven't come this far to fail here. We are soldiers. Finally, Ping Yang nods in agreement. Marsambo rides his horse skillfully between the hard and soft land. He finds a route on firm ground leading to the city walls. From the top of the walls, the archers fire zooming arrows. One arrow, like a hawk diving for prey, strikes Marsambo. He falls. Ping Yang gasps, but there is no time to mourn. Marsambo has shown them the line of attack. She can't waste this moment. Ping Yang commands the horse riders beside her to charge along the route Marsambo took. Ping Yang's horse thunders across the ground too. Dust rises. Ping Yang keeps her eyes on her target. In front of her, some soldiers fall. The first riders reach the walls. They fling ropes to loop them over the battlements and start to climb. Drumbeats roll. On top of the walls, the city guards are signalling to their soldiers in the field that the city itself is under attack. Ping Yang's climbing soldiers reach the top of the walls as a group of Emperor Yangdi's soldiers turn back towards the city to stop them. But they are too slow. Ping Yang's invading soldiers have succeeded, and the huge gates of the city are slowly creaking open. Ping Yang sees her chance and signals to the soldiers beside her. Together they charge like a battering ram of horses, soldiers and armour through the Emperor's troops. Ping Yang and her soldiers keep pushing to the city gates and past them. They are through the gates. They are inside Daxing. Elated, Ping Yang gallops across the inner courtyard. A small group of her mounted soldiers follow her. She knows this city well and races her horse down its main avenue. This area is usually filled with people, but now everyone hides. Ping Yang heads straight to the palace. At its steps, she pulls her horse to a halt. Her soldiers stop behind her. The palace is quiet, too quiet. She expects hundreds of soldiers, but there is no one. Is this a trap? Cautiously, Ping Yang enters through the magnificent palace doors. As she and her soldiers clank through the palace in their battle armour, servants scurry away from them. Ping Yang is looking for the emperor. If she captures the emperor, the war will be over. The imperial quarters are empty. No wives, no concubines, no servants, and definitely no emperor. Ping Yang checks the grand hall. Her frustrated cries echo around the empty golden room. She orders her soldiers to open the dungeons and release the prisoners. Where could the emperor be hiding? Ping Yang heads to the stables. Only an old mule looks up to greet her. The royal horses are gone. Ping Yang spots a stable worker hiding under a pile of hay. She pulls him out, shouting, "Where is the emperor?" Emperor Yangdi left long ago, long before the battle started, the frightened stable worker cries. Ping Yang chokes in surprise. He ran away? Ping Yang sends her soldiers out with the news. Yangdi's gone, he's gone. Like a blast of wind, this fact rips over the battlefields. Soldiers lay down their weapons. The battle is over. Stained with war, Pingyang finally meets her father in the grand hall. She collapses in front of the empty throne and weeps. So many people are dead. Masambo dead. I will bury him. For what? The emperor escaped. Her father implores her to see their victory. Now that we control the palace and the lands from the north to the south, from the west to the east, where will he go? All earth is furious at him. Still Pingyang sobs. The empty throne room feels like an empty victory. But it was still a victory. Before long, reports came in that Yangdi had been betrayed and killed by his guards. Pingyang's father became the new emperor and the founder of the Tang dynasty that ruled China for the next 300 years. Pingyang was honoured as a princess and a general. There are 9 other princesses in the book, and I hope you like them all. Thank you.